Here we go, a little bit of a tutorial with Charlie, my RG mate. Wants to know how to sew patches on, how to stitch. I would sew it like that. Put the needle straight in and hold and go around. But little tip is you get another leather needle and obviously just position it. And obviously put your hand in the side, make sure you're not going through anything else you shouldn't be. As I say, mind your fingers because it's hard to push them through. There you go. Alright. Also have a set of pliers. No, they're my snippers. There you go, my dog nose pliers. Always be used to pull the needle through, right? Not the hard part. One sewing leather needle using black stitching, black thread, just to show you. I've got my hand on the inside needle. What I like to do is I go along that way around the inside of the border. But you can also go from there to there and there to there, you know, easy enough, depends what you find easier. Now I'll show you both. Right, needle in, I've got my hand on the inside here, so I can pull all the lining back down, pull needle up like that, there you go, through it goes, see? As I say, sometimes it gets a bit tricky pulling through, but so that's why you use pliers if you want, but if they come through cool, that's cool. There you go. Leave a nice little bit there because you're going to tie a knot at the end. Sometimes what I like to do, I like to come back on myself. If you can see that. And then you go further along, as I'm pulling all the liner back, grabbing the finny and then, that's it, just grab it and then just lift it up. Just hooking it in some way, and there it is, comes through. Let me adjust that camera a bit, that's better. And again, I do like to make sure my thread's nice and straight because you get tangled. And again, pull it through. Alright, there you go, look, pretty easy. As I say, you don't always have to come back, and then you're going to have to use a lot more thread. So I do it every other stitch or something. But then, as I say, I'm just going on to the next bit. Again, pulling the liner off the needle, bending needle so it comes up like that. There you go. See? Pretty straightforward. There you go. After you've got a few stitches in, take needle out, maybe a bit more if you're a bit less experienced, obviously. It's only going to stab yourself with it. But you carry on doing that all the way round. And when you come to here, you do a stitch come through. I pull this back. What I do, I get that stitch down, I pull it back through, just that one there, and then when I get round to here, to the end, I will then push through just to the underside of the patch. You see there, not through the leather. Bring it through, and then tie your knots. I just use a normal knot, and then I keep going round with the thread, so forth. Get your two bits, and then just tie a knot. So then the knot's on the underside. So you tie a knot there. That's on the underside of the patch rather than have a big knot up the top. Anyway, I will show you now the other stitch you can do, which again is easy enough. If I just read that, come on, that's it. If it doesn't use another bit there, no, I have to use another bit, no worries. Right, don't matter. Scissors. That's it. Alright. The other stitch you can do on patches is just as simple, sometimes a bit easier really, I reckon, but I won't secure it down. Same sort of thing, your patch is positioned, in you go, there, see, but then I'm coming to the other side of the border, so you don't need, so what you do, you can always check and you can go less, it just comes through the thingy there, not the patch, and what you do, I just pull it around and it comes around back on itself, see, so then your patch will be there, and then you come back on yourself, back up to the border again, and then through the leather, which will be a little bit easier for beginners, I say. You see, you can get a stitch across there. Hope you can see that. I'll do another one. And then come back on yourself, push it through, pull in all the liner from the inside. Just lift it up with a needle, you see that? You just get a sort of point, and then you push it through the leather. Carry on as you go. Ideally I'd do both. I'd go round the edge first, that holds it, but then you sometimes the border will flick up, no big deal, and then you can do this after, hold it down, double stitching. See how good you get it, Charlie. So it's easy as that. I hope it helped.